Hello everybody and welcome to my 90th VBA 2010 tutorial. And the next few tutorials are going to go over how you would use SQL parameters to avoid SQL insertion. So this tutorial in particular is going to show you what SQL insertion is. So what I've done is I've created a sub here that will connect to my database. It'll ask me for my user ID and then it will present me back with the records for my user ID, just like in here, so just the records from the table. So normally I'd just press play, I put in my user ID, press enter, and it's going to load through the information from my users table. But what you can do is you could actually be a little bit sneaky with this. So I'm going to give you an example. And be careful with this information because I am kind of teaching you how to hack databases for information. So I want you to promise me that you won't use it for malicious purposes. Generally, most proper databases have the kind of protection that I'm teaching you about in them, so you can't do it anyway. So it's not overly useful hacking information to know, but you do need to know how to stop it, to stop other people from doing it, because it's quite easy to do. So if I press play here now, and instead of typing Matthew as my user ID, I'm going to type in H or H. Press OK, and I've done it slightly wrong, so let's just press play again, and H but without the apostrophe, or H equals H. Press OK, and what's happened is brought through all of my users like this, and the reason for this is if I stop it on just after I create my SQL string, and let's press play and put in what I put in before, so H apostrophe or H equals H. Press OK, and then now let's look at our SQL string. So I'm going to copy it out into my immediate window, so question mark SQL string, and you'll see that it's saying where user ID equals H or H equals H, and H equals H is always going to be a true statement. So what this is doing is it's going through and going into my records, it's going, all right, this person, their user ID isn't H, but H does equal H, so I'm going to give them that. And so essentially what I've done is, rather than being restricted to the ones that I should be looking at, I've managed to get all of the data in the table. And this is quite a common way for people to kind of hack into online databases and get people's details and stuff, just by putting in malicious SQL into the data fields. It's called SQL insertion. So it's easily overcome with something called SQL parameters, and I'm going to cover them in the next couple of tutorials. So stay tuned if you don't want your databases to be manipulated by SQL insertion. So thanks for listening, and I hope to catch you soon.